CTV Calgary, local breaking news.
Good afternoon. The wintry weather is hard on everyone, but there is special concern for those who are sleeping outdoors. That's why outreach groups are hitting the streets with winter gear and hot drinks.
We focus on supplying what's necessary for people to get by, especially in extreme weather. So when we show up with warm clothes and somebody's really cold or they're just wearing a pair of sneakers and we have either toe warmers or boots for them, it makes a really big difference, and it reminds people that people do care.
The city has opened emergency shelters and warming centers, though advocates say more overnight options are needed. Meantime, police say they've responded to more than 200 collisions since the storm rolled in. City crews are clearing priority routes, but with temperatures this low, salt is less effective and snow compacts quickly into ice. At the airport, flight cancellations continue to hamper travel. We spoke to some impacted passengers yesterday.
They knew it was going to snow, so why couldn't they let us know earlier?
We don't know how to get here on night right now.
When it gets this cold, aircraft need de-icing, ground crews rotate shifts to prevent frostbite, and everything simply takes longer. Another Conservative MP has crossed the floor and joined the Liberals. Matt Genereux is the MP for Edmonton Riverbend. He met this morning in Edmonton with Prime Minister Mark Carney. Genereux is the third Conservative MP to cross the floor in as many months. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre says Genereux has betrayed voters in Edmonton Riverbend. The Liberals now have 169 seats compared to 171 for the opposition. There are 3 vacancies in Parliament, and there will be by-elections in the Toronto ridings once held by Liberals Chrystia Freeland and Bill Blair, and one in Quebec. Federal Transport Minister Stephen McKinnon speaks today in Calgary at a Chamber of Commerce event. It comes on the heels of $5.8 million in federal funding to help prairie-based businesses deal with rising costs and global uncertainty. The federal funds will support programs at Mount Royal University, the Alberta Food Processors Association, and companies applying for support to offset tariff-related costs. Companies must first spend their own money on approved expenses and are then reimbursed by Ottawa. Later today, the province is set to launch a new tool to help Albertans navigate the continuing care system. Assisted Living Alberta, focused on those aged 65 and over, is expected to be established by April 1st and be fully operational by the fall. The government is still collecting feedback about continuing care in a survey open until March 3rd. Another group of non-profit organizations are getting nearly $30 million in funding to build affordable homes in Calgary. This year, 6 groups will build 8 projects that will create more than 550 housing spaces. It's part of a 3-year project that started in 2023, with the city pledging $60 million to build affordable housing. The program covers up to 30% of eligible costs for building the homes.
These 8 projects account for 566 new units in total. And what that really means is new hope, new opportunity, and new homes for Calgarians who need them the most.
And the Canadian Real Estate Association says home sales are starting to improve after a slow January. Supply nationally increased 7.3%, and Calgary was one of the cities where supply is on the rise. Muslims in Calgary are joining nearly 2 billion Muslims around the world to begin Ramadan. It's a sacred time to strengthen spirituality and increase charity work while abstaining from food and water from dawn to dusk. Fasting is a practice to teach Muslims how to resist temptation, but also to reach a higher spiritual enlightenment. This year, Ramadan is overlapping with Lent, which starts today and will go until April 2nd. Thanks for joining us. We'll have more on the top stories coming up on CTV News at 5 and 6, or anytime online at ctvnewscalgary.ca.